Happily, don't talk to me like I've never done it.
The gauntlet is thrown down as we mobilise on our big external cleaning tender, but tempers start to get tested, as do relationships. The whole team is put to the test this week, so make sure you don't miss a bit. This is episode 70 of Behind the Cleans. I'm Lee, this is Vapor Clean. Let's see Behind the Cleans. Monday the 11th of November, and boy have we got a busy week for you this week. We've got the first cleans going on at the external cleaning tender, so you're going to have to keep watching that. We got it over the line last week, really well organised. Danny's been working her backside off and the client is so far really impressed. So we need to keep that up and get the first cleans done and over the line. We'll be bringing that to you. I'm obviously clearly working from home today because I need to re-strategise our marketing and our lead generation, make some tweaks, implement some new things so we can increase that as well. Customer service absolutely smashed it last week, being around about $2,500 over target in a week, which is amazing. But we've got these new biohazard services coming on board. We've got some big growth plans to hit by the end of our financial year, and we just need to up our game with that. So I need to be doing some really good thinking and strategizing, which isn't very easy when I'm in the office. So I'm going to give it a go from home and see if that helps. I've also got a tender to submit this week, which is the initial stage on a big 3-stage tender. And we've also got our health and safety CHAS renewal this year. So CHAS is a body that oversees your health and safety, audits you every single year to make sure that you are complying with all the right health and safety regulations and are completely up to standard. We can then provide that certificate to our clients, and our clients know exactly how good we are on our health and safety. So that starts this month, and we've already had the first steps of that last week with our fire extinguisher servicing, that's the word I'm looking for, completed last week in the office. And we've got a visit today from our health and safety advisor to also audit our office and make sure we're complying with everything. So it's all go, very busy week. We're making good headway, but we've got more to do. So keep watching, you're not going to be disappointed. Oh yeah, sure. Right. Hello. So I was looking at that picture that you sent over, and I think the first things first, we need to try and figure out what the build-up is. That is grease, is it?
That's why we use power. Yeah.
It's definitely grease though, because it looks like cement.
No grease. There's no it's cement further down.
Yeah.
In the kitchen, but that's away from where the canopy was.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's literally like the hardened grease, and I don't think this kitchen's been touched for ages.
Right. What ratio are you using your power clean at? Neat. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, obviously with me, George and Lewis, this is our last. They're going to be here a little bit longer.
Yeah. Yeah, the trouble is you just don't want to get a bad result right at the last knocking, do you? So you want to try and do everything. What, is the customer there? Yeah, so I would call the customer in and just say, look, you know, you're having a bit of a struggle with the floors, but you're going to do everything you can do. You set expectations now, basically, if you haven't already. You're going to kind of do everything you can do. You're going to work it into the floors. It's going to take a bit longer than you would like, but you're going to put the extra time in to try and get the best result you can. Set the expectations just so they know what's going on. Let it absorb in now, dependent before you get it. You can still foam it over. You can still spray the power clean on, so it's got a little bit of an area, but don't be in too much of a rush to sort of extract it off. So what I would do is kind of, depends on the area. I don't know how big the kitchen is, but work a sort of section. So I would work a section about 2 meters by 2 meters, work it in, then go to another section, work it in again, then come back to the first one, work it in, and then go over, extract out the first one, see what the result is. So you're you work in the areas 2 or 3 times, you're giving it a bit of dwell. If it's not a very big kitchen, do the whole kitchen, lay the chemical down, do the whole kitchen, then go back to the square one, do it all again, and then sort of see how that first bit extracts. And it might end up that it just then goes a bit patchy, so the worst patch is just, it's still visible, and you'll have to just work those patches out. Alright, makes sense?
Yeah, no, I get what's going on. So I've got a sore throat, so I'm trying to avoid talking as much as possible.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I know what it's like, don't worry. Cool. Alright, let me know. Yeah, do the best you can. Try that, see how it goes, and we'll go from there, alright? Just got off the phone with one of the techs that's over at the external cleaning. Obviously, it's first job of the day today. Frustrations have got a little bit high because there's a couple of issues on site. We're just finding our feet getting set up and everything else like that, and the first one doesn't seem to be going to plan. So I've decided to jump in the truck and head on over. The challenge that was thrown down was, well, do you want to come and do it? Happily, because essentially I've done this multiple times for many years, and I'm always happy to get my hands dirty and get stuck in. So I'm going to go over and help the guys out and try and find a solution to the issues that they're having at the moment to make life easier. The thing is, you can have a problem focus or you can have a solution focus, and we need to have a solution focus because it's best for us and it's best for the client. So I'm going to head on over, have a chat with them, see where we are and see what we can do and how quickly we can get it done and get on to the next one. Lads have done an absolute sterling job. Fantastic result delivering on it, and you know they're frustrated, and I get their frustrations. You know, I was frustrated as well, which doesn't help the situation. We've had it out about that, and we've all calmed down and got to a point where we can identify what the issues are. And the thing is, we're all passionate and we all care about delivering the right result for the client. We want to do our best. It's as simple as that. And sometimes you mix that passion in, and that's when it gets heated. Which is why coming to site, seeing them, seeing what they're talking about, getting onto the same page as them, and showing the guys that we care as well, and we understand. We're not trying to, make them break their backs or whatever else to get the jobs done, goes so far. So did I need a ride out to the site today? No, definitely not. I've got a load of things. Oh, that's Horseworld. That's one of our contract sites. A bit confused about where I am right about now, or I was, not anymore. Anyway, what was I saying? I've gone completely off track. Getting out to site, getting on the same page, really seeing what they're talking about and getting to the root cause of their frustration is absolutely paramount. So that's why I've come out to site. That's why I've gone and had a proper chat with them, because it could very quickly have gone the other way, in the sense that they are so annoyed that they just don't want to do it anymore. And it's a case of screw you, and that would be the last thing that we would want. So that's where we are. I'm rambling. Anyway, they're not quite finished on that one, but we are going to finish it there because they've got another client that they've got to go over to. So they're going to shoot over to the other client and get that one done to keep them happy, because that has to be done today. So they're going to go over there and we're going to come back and finish that off, because there's a few things that would make their lives easier there to finish that off. So we're going to do that now. I'm going to head back to the office. I got a few phone calls to make on my way to the office, because I need to iron out some things as well and make life a little bit easier. So yeah, the joys of mobilising a new big clean, basically, and that is exactly what it is. It's just it's teething problems, and with teething problems you get frustrations. Yeah, and that's how it's come to light, because I've sent the email over to them today to obviously apologise for the confusion and explain everything, and I've just copied the address from your job notes, and that's what he's come back to me. I'll read you his email. What is it? Where is it? Thanks for the update. I think there might have been some confusion on this. We don't have a road care home. This is house on the road. The bungalows at the bottom are what we classify as the road. So no wonder you didn't get to Bream today. Yeah, it's a job that needed doing, and it is booked in. I don't know when it's booked in, but it's already booked in for another day. So what we can do now is we can get you back to do the bungalows, and then you can finish off in the same hit. I probably would have done the same thing. Like I say, it's lesson to be learned, isn't it? I'll get someone to run through the jobs tomorrow and make sure all of the addresses read better, because it did say care home and it shouldn't have done. So I'll make sure all the addresses read better. All I would say is when you're on site, just double check, make sure, and have a look around and make sure we're on the same one. In all honesty, I'd rather that confusion, because it means we're not that far off. We're probably a little bit more on track, because judging by the spec that I've got here, you would have had, where are we? I think you would have had all day on it. Honestly, Scott, I would rather that. I wish we'd avoided all the stress and the kerfuffle of today. Don't get me wrong, but I'd rather this situation, and we learn now before we get too deep, or essentially how the day could have ended today. Because frankly, both you and me could have blown our tops today more than we already did, and it could have ended worse. So I'm just happy we both managed to keep our cool to a degree, and we can stay on good terms, learn the lesson, and move on. So there you go. I thought I'd give you the good news and cheer you up before you dwell on it tonight. All right. Have a good evening. Give me a shout tomorrow when you've got stuck into the other one, and we'll go from there, all right?
£7 a.m. I'm in the office early this morning, basically because I've just got so much to do and it's starting to cloud my mind. As things sort of build up, and I've got more and more to do, it really sort of gets on top of me, and I start to realise I start to feel like I just don't know which way to turn, and I get a little bit more confused. and it clouds my clarity of thinking. And obviously at the moment I'm supposed to be focusing on the marketing and the sales side of things for the larger projects, so our contract side of things and the new services that we are launching along the lines of the biohazard and stuff like that. So I need to have clear clarity, and a lot of it is very time consuming tasks and thinking that I need to be doing. Excuse me. So I need to clear my mind, and the thing that clouds my mind the most is having too many thick tasks outstanding. So I need to catch up, get some things boxed off. After having to invest the time yesterday to get over and get that situation sorted out, obviously I got even further behind. A lot of time yesterday was allocated to actually thinking and strategizing and stuff like that. Today I've actually set the whole day aside for the first stage of this big tender that I mentioned at the beginning of the week. So I need to still invest that time, but I'm going to have to steal some time from the day to day to try and catch up. So I'm in early, I'm going to tick off some tasks, little tasks, sorry, the list comes down. I get that boost of dopamine, feeling that I tick the tasks off. That will give me the momentum to keep going through. I can then eat the frog to get the big tender stage 1 done, get that submitted, hopefully in good time, so I can work through this afternoon and then keep pushing on from there. It's going to be a busy, busy day. We've got lots going on. I also need to congratulate the customer service team because they have absolutely smashed it for the last 2 weeks. So week before last week, they hit target and ticked off boxes and everything else, or exceeded target by a small amount. Last week, they actually exceeded target by over 15%. They've smashed it out of the park by the number of bookings, the amount booked, and everything else. So we are absolutely flying at the moment. But another reason why my mind is foggy and it's my thinking, as you can tell, I can't even talk properly at the moment because my mind is just really cloudy. But the other reason is obviously the recent budget that came up and all the upcoming increases that we're going to hit. What people don't understand, whether it's the government or people that just don't run a business, that budget is going to hit businesses seriously hard, and that then has a knock-on effect. We have no choice, none whatsoever, to increase our prices because we just can't take the hit. By rough estimates, the increased cost to us is going to be over £100,000 per year, which we've got to find from somewhere. So where do we find that from? How do we pull that out of thin air? So we can't. So we've got to increase our prices. But then we've also got the other situation of the fact is most businesses are going to be in the same boat as us as well. So our suppliers, they're going to be feeling the same. So they're going to increase their prices. Therefore, we have more increases that we've got to cover. You then got our customers. A lot of our customers are businesses. So we are going to be impacting them by increasing our prices. They're going to have so many increases. Are they going to be able to afford our services or as many of our services? Are they just going to stick to the essential? There's going to be people that even though the essential, we do kitchen extractor cleaning, that is an essential service. Are they going to have that done? There's going to be people that will just kick that down the line a little bit more and cross their fingers it doesn't go wrong till they get a fire. And then obviously you've got everyone else. Cost of living is really hard at everyone at the moment. You know, even if they're not running a business, a domestic customer is still going to be feeling the pinch. You know, yes, their wages will go up slightly, but the supermarket shop's going to go up as well. Tesco's, everyone are talking about price increases across the board. I think from the news yesterday, Tesco's were talking about a 20% price rise on your basic shopping. How many people can afford that? And that's the problem. That's what they don't realise. But essentially, I can't actually worry about it. All I can do is strategise. So I need to get my mind clear and start thinking about how we're going to get through. You know, we are growing really well, and that is going to be one of the ways we're going to go through. We're going to go by the economies of scale. We're going to continue to grow and grow our way out of the situation or through the situation and the recent increases. This morning, though, I just need to get stuff done, get caught up, get that submitted. Got some more stuff to bring to you shortly as well. So keep watching, and we're also going to see how Scott gets on at the next big external clean today. A little bit different this one. We've made some changes into the process as well to try and make things a little bit smoother. What we're trying to figure out at the moment though is, do we need mobile power in the vans? So let's go and check that out. Early morning start this morning. I've been in for about half an hour, but I needed to get in and get caught up and get some stuff done. I've got a lot on my plate at the moment. What with launching the biohazard services, refining some of our marketing processes, we've expanded into the Taunton area, so we've got expansion all over the place. All of this requires some input from myself, even if it's not direct. It's strategizing and things like that as well. So we also then are still having a few frustrations and a few headaches with the external cleaning tender that we've just literally mobilized. Second day yesterday, and it didn't go without a few hiccups. Nothing major, we got the job done and everything else, but we do need to make sure and refine those processes. We're bringing on some more kit to make life even easier for the guys, but that takes time to get in and stuff like that as well. So I need to speak to Scott a little bit more today. We want to put some more things in place to make sure his life is a bit easier and he is getting rewarded for all the effort that he's putting in. So we will be doing that today as well. It's going to be flat out in the office for everyone else today as well, though, and it will be all week. It's absolutely crazy and flat out at the moment, just to repeat myself. The team is expanding. We've got Sean actually transferring over into a recruitment role alongside Kim because of Kim's promotion onto the actual operational side of things as well. So Sean is going to move over to support Kim. That means we need to then replace Sean in that position. Kim is lining up loads of interviews, and Danny then has interview after interview. She had some yesterday, she's got some today, and I believe we have a trial today as well, because we do like to get people in the office and make sure that they get to know us, we get to know them, so we try and get the best fit for them and the best fit for us as well. For me though, I'm going to be juggling the latest content alongside everything else. I said I was going to bring you some news around the content. I am really, really pleased to see the traction that we are gaining on our content marketing, in particular our YouTube. I'd like to thank all of you for watching, subscribing, commenting, all the good stuff that you've been doing. It's absolutely amazing, and it feels really good to see it finally paying off. This takes a lot of work and a lot of effort, and we're trying to give back as much as, obviously, not going to tell any lies, we do want it to work as marketing as well. We want to try and give back. And one way we did that is we put out a how to clean, it's not actually, it's the quickest and easiest way to clean your air fryer in 2024. That video has absolutely exploded. As it stands, at the time of filming this, it has got 75,000 views and it's got hundreds of comments. The people have received it really well that have been viewing it, and it's done fantastic. So I'm over the moon for that. Subscribers, again, at time of filming, we've gone up to 1,255, which again is absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. And on that note, if you're watching for the first time and you do like this video, please do click subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and you'll catch more great content from us. There is lots more to come. As you can tell, it's flat out busy here. We are not slowing down. We've got lots to achieve and big things that we want.
Bit of positive news though. So just got off the phone with Scott, well, Alex technically, got off the phone with Scott and Alex. They haven't been able to do all of the guttering, but they're finished it. Where the one where they are today, they had all day for that.
Oh, so they're going to get back.
So they're finished there. They just can't do a section of guttering because they haven't got enough power basically, and so it's going to have to be done with the generator, which is fine. So they're going to go back to paddock where they were yesterday to finish that one off. So that one's boxed off and done. But obviously really more positive, because they said they would have done it in plenty of time today. If they'd had the generator and the extra power, they would have done the whole lot in plenty of time. So that's really positive.
It's just the first one now then. That's got to
First one still needs to be finished off, yeah. So, but we can have a look at that. And
positive that they had more than enough time, I guess.
yeah. And then I've just literally got off the phone with Natalie, who's the one of the area managers, who has confirmed they're happy for us to use the external taps to do the gutters and everything. That's going to make life much easier because it means we don't need as much water, so that's going to stop a lot of stress for Scott. But also they've had numerous phone calls today from people giving them really positive feedback as well. So that's even better, isn't it? It's just absolutely amazing.
I'm nervous that I give away the wrong one, but I don't.
How heavy is it?
100 kilos, it says.
It's what, sorry?
It's 100 kilos, it says.
Oh, joys.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do. So one of the main issues we've been having on the external sites this week is the power. So obviously you've got 3 different options. You can use the power on site, you can have an inverter in the van so you can run out the van, or you can have mobile power from a generator. We were using a combination of the first 2, or were planning on it, but it was still causing some issues. Basically, it's running cables and everything else for the gut vac and everything is just an absolute nightmare. So we've gone into and invested in the generator, which will be wheeled when I put it together, and it can then just be moved around with the gutter vac, basically all the way around the site, which is going to make life a hell of a lot easier and a lot quicker. It's more investment, but it also enables us to do more sites and stuff like that as well. So yeah, really good to get that delivered today, done really quick. I'm impressed with the company we bought it off, to be fair, because it was really quick. So now we're going to set it up. Hopefully Scott will get done nice and early today and he can get in and get it picked up ready for next week. Well, that's it for this week. I am done for the week, and what a week it's been. Absolutely flat out, and I certainly need a break. Although I shall be working tomorrow because, oh my God, it is not slowing down next week. We need to keep these external cleaning jobs going smoothly. The diary is absolutely rammed. We've got interviews, trials, and God knows what else on Monday. It is absolutely just crazy. So click that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and keep in the loop of exactly what we're doing here at Vapor Clean. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week behind the cleans.